Have you ever held something so small in your hand, yet realized it could change your entire life? Imagine a simple 5-cent coin, something you'd almost overlook in your change jar, turning out to be worth more than a luxury mansion, more than a lifetime of hard work, more than you ever dreamed possible. These aren't fairy tales, my friends. These are real coins circulating among us, hidden treasures waiting to be uncovered by the sharp eyes of collectors. And today, you and I are going on a journey deep into the world of Jefferson war nickels, coins that carry with them not only a piece of American history, but also the power to transform their owner into someone who holds a fortune in their very pocket. This is not just another coin video, this is a window into secrets buried in plain sight, secrets most people don't even know exist. And trust me, what I am about to reveal to you will leave you in complete shock. By the end of this video, you will understand why thousands of passionate collectors across the United States and beyond are desperately hunting these elusive coins, bidding relentlessly in auctions, pushing their prices higher and higher every single day. So stay with me until the very end, because once I reveal the staggering market values of these coins, you will never look at loose change the same way again. Welcome to Hidden U.S. Coins, your most faithful and trustworthy source for discovering treasures that others ignore. Let's dive straight into the first coin on today's list, and prepare yourself because what you're about to hear is nothing short of extraordinary. Coin number 1. When we talk about Jefferson nickels, most people think of pocket change, an everyday coin that seems common and ordinary. But hidden within that world lies the legendary 1944 large S war nickel, one of the most iconic and breathtaking rarities in American numismatics. This coin was born in a time when America was at war, when resources like nickel were desperately needed for the production of military equipment. That's why the U.S. Mint made a bold decision to remove nickel from the composition of the coin and replace it with an unusual mixture of silver, copper, and manganese. This decision gave birth to the so-called war nickels, and among them, the 1944 large S is a shining star. Minted in San Francisco, it carries a mint mark that immediately sets it apart from the rest, a bold, oversized letter S that proudly sits above Monticello on the reverse. This feature was not just decorative, it was a practical decision to help distinguish these silver-containing nickels during the war. Today, it has become one of the most desirable identifiers for collectors who know the secrets locked inside this coin. Now, let's talk about what makes this particular piece so unique. First, the color and patina of this coin often appears in dramatic shades of brown and black, a natural tone developed over decades of circulation. Every single mark tells a story, a history of hands that once held it, transactions it passed through, and moments it silently witnessed during some of the most critical years of the 20th century. But don't be fooled by its circulated condition. Collectors know that even coins that show signs of age can hold unimaginable worth, especially when they belong to a category as scarce as this one. The rarity of the 1944 large S comes not just from its wartime production, but also from the sheer demand it commands today. Auction houses across the United States are witnessing heated battles over this nickel. Every new sale seems to set a new record, pushing the coin further into the spotlight. And here comes the moment you have been waiting for. The current market value of this very coin, the 1944 large S war nickel in circulated brown and black shade condition, stands at an eye-opening $155,000. Let that sink in. A 5-cent coin, $155,000. This is not fiction. This is not fantasy. This is the reality of today's auction market. Owning this coin is like holding a vault of wealth in your palm, a treasure that can change your life overnight. And the best part? Its value is only climbing higher with every passing year. The demand is insatiable, the rarity undeniable, and the passion of collectors unshakable. If you own one of these, you don't just have money, you have a treasure that only a few in the world will ever touch. Now, for my collectors watching, here's the tip. When hunting for a 1944 large S war nickel, always pay close attention to the mint mark. Look for that bold, oversized S above Monticello. Even in circulated grades, its presence means you could be staring at a treasure worth a fortune. And if you ever come across one in higher grades, untouched by heavy wear, guard it like gold, because the market will reward you beyond imagination. To conclude, the 1944 large S war nickel isn't just a coin, it's a chapter of American history, a relic of wartime necessity, and a treasure chest of wealth for the modern collector. It proves that true value often hides in the most unexpected places. And here at Hidden US Coins, I promise you one thing. I bring you the truth, the faithful updates, and the hidden stories behind the coins you might pass by without a second glance. Stay tuned, because the next coin on our list is even more electrifying, and its story will leave you absolutely stunned. Next, coin number 2. As we continue our treasure hunt through the world of Jefferson war nickels, we now arrive at one of the most historically charged and breathtaking coins ever struck in the United States. The year is 1942. The world is at war, America is mobilizing with all its strength, and resources like nickel are suddenly more valuable for building tanks, planes, and ammunition than for making coins. So, once again, the Mint makes a daring move that forever changed the course of American coinage. For the very first time, the Jefferson nickel bore a brand new feature, a massive mint mark placed boldly above Monticello on the reverse. And here's where the magic lies. The 1942 with the large P mint mark. This was the very first United States coin in history to carry a P mint mark for Philadelphia. Until that point, Philadelphia struck coins without any mark at all. But in 1942, in order to quickly identify the special wartime composition, they proudly stamped a giant P for the world to see. That single letter transformed the Jefferson nickel into a historic milestone and ensured that every collector from that day to this one would chase it with unshakable determination. Now, let's paint the picture of this coin's beauty. The 1942 large P war nickel often comes with unusual surface tones that developed through decades of survival. The coin we are focusing on today has light green spots shimmering across its silver-gray surface, a natural patina born from time itself. These spots, far from being imperfections, are actually cherished by many collectors because they prove the coin's authenticity, its untouched originality, and its long, unbroken journey through the hands of generations. But history and beauty are just the beginning. The true power of this coin lies in its rarity and demand. Remember, 1942 was a transitional year. Some nickels were made in the old composition, and others in the new wartime alloy. This makes the 1942 large P a scarce prize, because not every collector even realizes its significance. Those who do, however, know exactly what they are looking at. The first ever Philadelphia P mint mark in American coinage history, struck in a wartime alloy that was used only for a few short years. Auction houses across the country are seeing bidding wars like never before whenever one of these comes to the block. Collectors understand that this is not just a nickel, it is a turning point in numismatic history. Every passing year, its value grows higher, and demand continues to climb, because serious collectors know they cannot complete their war nickel set without this crown jewel. And now, brace yourself for the shocking truth. The current market value of the 1942 Jefferson war nickel with the large P mint mark, even in fine condition with those light green spots, is sitting at a jaw-dropping $160,600. Yes, you heard that right. A coin worth only 5 cents when it left the mint now stands as a staggering treasure worth over $160,000. This is not fiction. This is the present-day auction reality. Owning this coin is not like owning money. It is like holding a priceless relic, a piece of American heritage that is climbing in value day by day. Wait for time and it will only soar higher. Think about this. Every serious collector dreams of finding one. Every auction proves its strength in the market. And every owner of a 1942 large P knows they are holding something that most people in the world will never even see in person. If you ever have the chance to add this coin to your collection, never hesitate. Because the market will never forgive missed opportunities with a treasure of this magnitude. So here's my collector's tip. Always inspect the reverse of 1942 nickels carefully. That large P mint mark above Monticello is the gateway to unimaginable wealth. Don't let conditions scare you. Even in circulated fine condition, this coin explodes with value. If you're lucky enough to find one in higher grades, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding an empire of value. To conclude, the 1942 large P Jefferson war nickel is not merely a coin. It is history, it is rarity, it is beauty, and it is a treasure chest in your pocket. A fine condition example with green patina has already proven it can cross the six-figure line in today's market. The truth is undeniable. This is a coin that can make you rich overnight, a coin that rises in value with unstoppable momentum, and a coin that proves why hidden U.S. coins is your most trusted source for discovering the treasures that others overlook. Stay with me because the third and final coin we are about to uncover is even more electrifying, and its story may just be the most shocking of all. Next, coin number 3. And now, my friends, we arrive at the final stop in today's journey. But let me warn you, this last coin is not just rare, it is legendary. It is the 1945 Jefferson War nickel with the large S mint mark, a coin that tells a story of triumph, sacrifice, and hidden wealth like no other. The year was 1945. The world was finally emerging from the darkness of the Second World War. Victory was on the horizon, the battlefields were quieting, and America was preparing to welcome its heroes home. But even in those final days of conflict, the mint was still producing its wartime coinage, the special silver alloy nickels that had replaced standard nickel metal during the war years. And among those final wartime strikes, the 1945 large S war nickel was born. Now, what makes this coin so captivating is not just its timing, but its unique features. On the reverse, just above Monticello, rests the oversized letter S mint mark of San Francisco, a bold, unmistakable symbol of its wartime heritage. These coins were produced in limited numbers, and every single surviving example carries with it the echoes of a world at war and a nation on the edge of peace. The particular coin we are focusing on today is an unclear circulated piece. Some details have faded with time, its surfaces softened by decades of movement through pockets, purses, and hands. Yet this is exactly what makes it so special, because even in this worn state, its demand has never wavered. Collectors do not see weakness in circulated coins like this. They see survival. They see authenticity. They see a living piece of history that has weathered the years and come out the other side, carrying scars that only add to its character. And let me tell you this, the rarity of the 1945 large S is nothing short of breathtaking. It marks the final year of wartime production, the last of the silver alloy nickels, the end of an era. That alone makes it irreplaceable. Combine that with its San Francisco origins and its oversized mint mark, and you have a coin that serious collectors will do almost anything to secure. Every major auction house in the United States has witnessed what happens when a 1945 large S hits the bidding floor. The competition is fierce. The paddles rise in rapid fire, and the numbers climb to staggering heights. It doesn't matter if the coin is circulated. It doesn't matter if the details are worn. The demand is so overwhelming that the price refuses to stop climbing. So now comes the revelation that will shock you to your core. The current market value of the 1945 Jefferson War nickel with large S mint mark in circulated condition is an astounding $145,000. Yes, $145,000. A coin that once bought you a stick of gum or a loaf of bread now represents wealth beyond imagination. And this is no fiction. This is today's auction reality. This is the kind of treasure that proves fortunes hide in the most unlikely places. And let me make this absolutely clear. The market value of this coin is not static. It is not frozen. It is alive, growing, climbing higher and higher with every passing year. Do not take this as exaggeration. This is the truth of the collector's market. What is worth $145,000 today may well become $200,000 tomorrow, and beyond that, who can even guess? The demand is unstoppable. The hunger of collectors knows no limit. So here's my tip for every collector watching. Never ignore a 1945 Jefferson nickel. Always flip it over, look carefully above Monticello, and search for that oversized S. Even if the coin looks worn, even if it seems ordinary, remember this. You may be staring at a treasure chest disguised as pocket change. Guard it, cherish it, and never let it go lightly. To conclude, the 1945 large S war nickel is not just the last of the war nickels, it is a piece of America's soul, a coin forged in the fires of history, and a fortune waiting in the palm of your hand. Its value is already staggering, and its future is even brighter. This coin proves beyond any doubt that sometimes the greatest treasures are hidden in the smallest things. And that, my friends, completes our journey through 3 of the most ultra-rare and most valuable Jefferson War nickels in existence. Each one is a piece of history, a monument of rarity, and a treasure chest of wealth. And as always here on Hidden U.S. Coins, I promise you faithful, trustworthy, and daily updates about the hidden riches in American coinage. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, And never stop searching because the next coin you discover might just make you rich overnight.